You know, you gotta try your best. Okay.
Hey, we're live.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, Phil, bro. What's happening, man?
What's happening, people? Hey, bro. It's been a while. It's been like what, 6 months?
Since February something. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 7 months. It's been 7 months.
And I checked. We were just short of 100 episodes last year.
We were short of what?
Short of 100 episodes. Just short. So
We're
season
doing
one.
it every day.
Season one, yeah, doing it every day. We went just short of 100 episodes last year.
Come a bit closer to the mic.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, bro. Can't hear me.
Perfect. Yeah. It's okay. Sometimes
It's okay.
you forget. Yeah. So
Hey.
welcome back in this. I was really excited when you a couple weeks ago we were chatting and you're like, George, you want to restart the podcast? I'm like, oh, why not? Yeah, let's do it. I'm down. We took a nice little break. Worked a lot. It was a busy summer. I don't know about you, but for me it was a busy summer. And
It made me think. I was, last year when we finished, we didn't really end up on a certain note. We just ended.
yeah, we just ended abruptly. Yeah.
And there was
Life
no,
happens though, man. Like life happens, bro. There's no shame in that. Like I'm sure people can relate to that. Like shit happens,
and
and
we didn't.
you have
we didn't start.
obligations, you have work, you have this, you have that.
We didn't start with a date, like an end date in mind. We were just like trying something new and going with the flow. And we basically stopped when the season started. So as soon as the season started,
Right.
the window cleaning season started, I was out. I was super busy. I was with the teams, and so I couldn't make up a schedule for a podcast. And basically, that's where it ended. And so it made us think. Me and George, we were really thinking about coming back live and also on another format, a podcast format. We will be talking about that.
Yeah,
But,
we're gonna do
yeah.
it once a week because before we were doing every single day. It was a lot, man. Like we not that we got burnt out, but it's like you said, we started the season and we were really, really busy. And come on, we couldn't do it every single day. It was a lot, bro. 1 hour a day, every single day. It's amazing how disciplined we are. But bro, that's like if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been that disciplined. So I feel like like when people say you're
last
the
season
sum
was
of
about
the-
last season was about showing up, and I remember us saying that last year was really about
Yeah, it's about
us
getting comfortable in front of the camera.
making this.
But look now, we just started. We just clicked the button, boom, go live. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, we're live.
First, yeah. I see, and I saw a bunch of tests.
I didn't even tell you. I didn't even tell you that we're live. I just fucking clicked it. Like before, it was like we were scared. We were chicken shit. I'm going in the camera. And now
And that was the whole point. That was the whole point. Last year was
That was the
about
whole point.
just getting rid of that camera fear, and just getting used to it. And I feel like we got that objective checked. I'm
Yeah.
not scared anymore of just jumping on the mic and talking, or just jumping in front of a camera and just talking like to no people at all. I think the most intimidating thing about going live is not knowing if people are going to be watching and how long are they going to be watching. Like that was stressful. It's
It
not
was stressful.
stressful anymore.
It was.
Like
It
you
was.
go for yourself. You just go
Because
to
of the
have a nice
expectation.
conversation.
Because of the expectation. And now it's like, what'd you say? Like, let's just go have fun. Let's just go, let's just go chat. Let's go talk.
That's it.
To be
Do it
honest,
for
bro,
us.
there's zero viewers. I really don't give a shit. At the same time, I'm talking to you, and we're having good conversations. Having a nice coffee over here.
Taking
It's,
taking a little break, taking some time, This is some me time for me. It was therapy. Help me, please.
Therapeutical.
Thank you.
Is that
Until
even
it
how you
was-
say it?
Until it wasn't anymore, as soon as it became a grind, I was feeling like this needs to, we need to change the formula. So last
You mean
last
because it was like every day and
every
because we were
single
busy?
day, and we were,
Yeah.
last year was about showing up, so we developed the skills. I feel like this year is more about growing up, and making sure that we get an audience and making sure that this thing is we're improving it, we're bringing some quality on the table. I feel like, and it's like any type of endeavor, like you're trying something new, you learn it at the beginning, and then you try to get better at it as soon as you get more information, more data on the thing.
Yeah, I feel like as I get older now, I realize those things. I realize those things that it's like a process. It's like you need to get experience and knowledge of it. And it's like now whenever I start something new, I'm like aware of the process that's gonna have to take place in order to get to a certain level. And it's like okay, it's like you welcome it in a way, you welcome failures, you welcome mistakes, you
What's
welcome these
needed.
things.
What's
It's like,
needed
okay,
to get the
perfect.
destination. Yeah.
Exactly. And it doesn't demotivate me anymore. It's the opposite now. Now it's like, okay, this is part of the process. I'm learning something new now. I need to. It's impossible that I don't make mistakes. It would be weird not to. So I feel like that I don't know if that comes with like just experience or maturity or like just like when you do a bunch of things, you kind of develop that muscle, I guess.
I think I think that's the most interesting part, of the muscle thing. Doing something. There's nothing like doing.
There's nothing like doing.
You
You're
could
right.
be talking and dreaming
Yeah.
all day. I like, during pandemic, I had all kinds of dreams. We had time to dream during the pandemic. We were sitting down, like, yeah.
Oh, I wish I did more. Like now I'm looking back and it's like fuck. I wish I did more during the pandemic. I wish I didn't
We
play
couldn't
so
do
much Call
we
of
couldn't do
Duty.
shit. We couldn't do action. Like, we couldn't action
We
anything
could
because the
have
government
though.
was.
We could have though, Phil. There was a lot of things we could have done, man. A
But
lot of things were
I
booming
did.
during
I couldn't
COVID.
bro. I can't, like, during
I'm
COVID.
speaking for myself. I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking for myself. I wish that I did more with that time that I was home. You know,
Mm.
I
Because
could
we
have
all
done
played
so many
COD.
things.
We all
First of all,
COD.
e-commerce was booming. You could have opened up a Shopify, and everybody was doing a lot of sales during COVID. You could have sold anything, sold socks. You would have made a killing. Now it's harder to do that, because there's a lot more. We could have started a podcast during the pandemic, just talk about pandemic stuff or whatever.
But
There
at the
was so
same
many things
time,
we could have done.
when that thing, I remember when that thing hit it. Um, if you didn't have any resources, or if you did have resources and then you lost during the pandemic, your focus was really on, like, trying to keep your things going. Like, if for some people it was such a stress, and for some other businesses they were thriving. For some other people it was a real stress. Like, for me, in consulting, like, I was deep in business consulting. Business consulting took a deep dive. There was nothing. It was basically bankruptcy. So for some people, so if you were not doing bankruptcies during the pandemic, you were basically not working in
Well,
business.
for me too, the business that I started at that time, that scooter business that I wanted to start
Yeah.
in Europe,
It was dead.
went to shit. We bought all the equipment, we bought the warehouse, the truck, all the scooters. We spent like over 100K, way more than that actually. And man, it all went to shit because it was just the timing was fucked. So like I sympathize with you, I feel you. But I'm just saying, like, I wish I would have just done something else. But you don't know what you know now.
Mm.
You don't know what you know now, Because
So
I'm
it's-
looking back, I said I could have started a Shopify account and I could have sold socks
Mm.
or fucking masks or anything, and it was a boom. Everybody was home buying shit. Why am I not selling shit?
I was
people
trying. I was
need.
actually looking out for that, but I couldn't find
Yeah.
my way in. I was not fast enough. So I feel like for a lot of people, what you're saying is true, but for so many people, like, it was hard. And
Yeah,
now
you
there's
see, like, I learned how to do those things after the pandemic when everything was already so saturated. Like, you could have done drop shipping, for example. Back then, it was working amazing. Now, forget it. Now, people sniff that
there's too many people.
that you're just exactly, that you're just repackaging like a shitty product from China.
So people are
But-
getting 2 jobs now. That's what they're saying in the newspaper. Like, a couple days ago. I
Yeah,
saw
2-3 jobs. Yeah,
yeah, people are
It's,
just having to work 2 jobs to meet ends. What do you think about
to make
that?
ends meet. Yeah, you're right.
What do you think about that? Having like forcing yourself to work like twice as much to make twice as much money? Do you think it makes sense? Like,
But
I feel like
it makes sense for them because they have, people have kids, and it's like they're in a position where they need
I
to
do have
provide for
kids.
their family.
I also have kids, but I guess I'm also working 2-3 jobs by working overtime in the business and by taking.
Yeah, but what you're
so
doing
many-
would kill people of stress. Like it's a different.
I've had people like try to come and partner up with me. Like, the story. I won't say like everything about the stories, but we've had people burning themselves out working, partnering up with us in the past. And that's something that we've experienced in the past, like 2-3 years. Now we have experience. I have more knowledge than most people about partners and how it turns out. When there's a lot of work to put. These are not just like invest and see your money grow type of business. These are service businesses. If you're in a service business, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't just be like split 50-50 with a partner that does one thing and the other partner that does the field. There's no way. You have to be able to touch everything. And in service businesses, it's very hard to find people.
At least at the beginning, right? But then once you're rolling, you have enough money to hire people. Then the longer term plan, I guess, is to delegate, right?
But you need goals. You definitely need goals. Like, you need to put numbers on the boards to be able to see yourself through, because it's very scary. The numbers are very scary at the beginning. They don't make sense. They obviously don't make sense, because as soon as you hire someone in the office to do office work in the service business field, it's very scary. Those are not billable hours. So you need to make enough money to pay for these guys so you could delegate and actually be like I am right now. I'm in the office. I could actually be in the office in like the months of from September to February. I'm basically in the office because I'm able to delegate the hours. Otherwise, I have to be on the field because it would cost me so much more. And for business owners in the service, like that's what's different,
I think it's
in the service.
It's always where is your time most best spent, right? In this exact moment, in this time.
That's hard.
Like right now, you're in a certain, like, you're at the beginning stage of your business. You're trying to get it off the ground. Like, obviously, you don't have the resources to hire somebody. You need to go yourself and do the job yourself, right?
But even if you do have the resources, like, let me tell you,
Mhm.
at the beginning we had resources. We have the credit, the credit lines were emptied. We were making money. There was a nice profit. It's the line is thin, because you feel like you can, and as soon as you do, you lose control, because the metrics are not there yet. And that's what happened to us. The metrics were not there yet. It was not the salesperson's fault. It was not the manager's fault. It was not anybody's fault. It was just no experience. We had to get that experience of having people doing calls and making sales and the sales cycle. So as soon as people are selling, we need to be on the field and book these jobs and be as fast as possible to get the cash back. So you understand, if you have a service business, you understand that all these steps are time that you usually spend yourselves, sending your invoices, getting your cash, doing your callbacks for people who are not paying, you as
the head of your business, you have to understand all those parts. You have to get your hands. You have to touch a bit of everything, right? You have to touch a bit of everything.
You have to master. Otherwise, if you're a partner,
how are you going to delegate? How are you going to successfully
Exactly.
delegate something you don't know how to do yourself?
Exactly.
You have to have some. I'm not saying that the person you're delegating to is the person you're delegating to should be better at you than doing that task.
They get better. They obviously
they should. They should technically.
And you need to trust them enough. So that your back is turned and you know that things are getting done, and that's the scariest part. It has to, because like how if it's not hard, it's not paying enough. If it's not hard, if that part of turning your
Yep.
back and leaving someone, it's not paying enough. So your business is not paying enough, so you could actually take the risk of doing that. You need to do
And
that.
and it's important to note that when we say delegate, it doesn't mean for you to just sit on your ass and just delegate. It's so that your time is you're freeing up your time to do something that is more valuable to the company than doing the actual task of whatever the service is, right? Let's say you're doing window cleaning, or let's say you're cleaning up you're doing regular maintenance and cleaning, because you want to free up your time so that your time is spent growing the business, getting more customers.
Actually,
Otherwise, what's the point?
you're-
Otherwise, might as well just save the money and go do it yourself and save the
I-
salary, right?
this year I saw myself more as the one who's fighting for my employees' paycheck. So what I'm saying is, if I freed up that time, I need to use up that time to fight for my business and fight. Like, we went through a rough time. You know, when we ended that podcast last season, we were through Donald Trump's tariff season, and all of our clients were not struggling, but waiting. Everybody was waiting. What is going to happen? All that uncertainty brought a lot of
stress. They brought a lot of stress.
to everyone and to us. So
You remember what I told you? You remember what I told you, right? You remember what I told you when it was starting? I was like, "Phil, relax, bro. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. Don't worry." There's crises all the time, bro. There's always crises, bro. Our health is good. You know, we're on est en forme. We're in shape. We get through anything. We could weather any storm.
that's pretty interesting, because it's true.
It's true,
I was
though.
I
There's
was
always
trying
something,
to
bro. Like,
move so much water at that time, and I was like,
Can you agree with this statement? There is more crises than there are good times. Like, when I say good times, I don't mean like, yeah, good times. I mean, but like, you're on a sailboat, right? It's like, on dirait, in my experience so far in life, it's mostly a stormy path.
I feel like they create
Then it is like
people profit
smooth
from
sailing.
crisis. You know, like when there's smooth sailing in business, you know what?
No, but like, there's always something. There's always a problem. Is it because our brains always look for a problem? Is it our perspective? Is it our perception?
it could be, because it depends.
Is
on
it? Is
where-
it? I feel like
depends on
it's just
your
our
environment.
perception. It's just our perception.
It has
It's
to
like,
be
oh,
on you.
fuck, we had a client that didn't pay. That's, oh shit. It's like, bro, we'll get through it. A customer didn't pay. We'll find it's, we'll find some money somewhere else. And it always, and if you
Usually end
realize
up
it,
paying. That's the crazy part. They have a bunch of excuses, but they
but
usually end
we
up paying
always
in the
get through
weirdest
these
way.
little knick-knack problems. We're always finding ourselves on the other side, and like with scratches and bruises, but always showing up on the other side somehow.
Well,
When you feel like in the moment it's like impossible to get through it,
when you like, it's not pure magic. It's not like, I feel like, it's actually it's actually doing something.
Or
When
is
you
it God?
start relaxing, when you start relaxing in tough times, and you start relaxing, you're actually doing something. It's hard to do that. Like most people, and I was that person last year when Trump and all that tariff stuff came up. I was stressing, and I remember I was trying to move so much.
I remember
water.
you were yeah, bro. I remember,
And you
man.
came up and you said that, and you said,
With reason though, you have a lot of shit on the line, and then you have like, boom, the Trump tariffs. It's like, bro, what am I gonna do? It's normal to feel those things, bro.
But what worked the
it's
most was just showing up, just like, same routine, just showing up every day, doing the stuff that was working, that used
Yeah.
to be working, and just do it as. That's the weird part. We just did as if nothing was happening. We kept on going, and we kept on
I
grinding.
feel
We
like
didn't
faith is at the center of it. Just believing in God is at the center of everything.
I have to say, I do believe in God, and I do have faith.
No,
and
you do.
I did pray at that time, and I did.
We were supposed to do the ceremonies, those churches on Sundays. You're down to start doing that
Bro, I'm down for
for real this time.
No, it's back to school. I'm down for anything. I'm starting the gym next week.
For real.
Yeah, bro. I'm
Let's
starting a gym
go.
with my wife. We need because the Rafael, my son, is just starting daycare today. Actually, he just started daycare today. We had
Oh,
the kid, so that's also something. Kid was born end of October last year. My wife gave birth on Friday. Started back working on Monday. That's if
that's a
that's not,
superwoman.
bro, that was crazy. We had all those Trump tariff and government things, and she had to. It's not like, and people are like, hey, it's crazy, you don't watch it. She had to. We had to.
But could you explain something to me? How come we still were able to find customers during that time? We had a great season
Amazing season.
amidst the Trump tariffs. We had no loss of work whatsoever. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
System.
We look on
the
these,
system.
and I
Sales
feel like
system.
but were other people struggling in our industry?
Well,
In our
it
field,
depends.
were there other people struggling? Did you see on Facebook groups like
I saw
people
people
have a hard time? They have a hard time finding jobs, and nobody's cleaning right now. Everybody's cutting because what's the first thing you cut?
I
during
saw a lot
recession?
of people asking questions about ads not working out the way they should be. I saw a lot of people asking questions about sales, people, clients being cheaper this year, having less money to pay for services, and people struggling with ways to go beyond those rebuttals. I saw that a lot. So I feel like more and more people are cutting their expenses. It used to be a little more like partying and easy, maybe for some people. It maybe they found it easy, but now more than ever, you need to be able to go beyond rebuttals for everyone.
Look, just for the record, so Felix has Uninet, which is a service-based company. They do window cleaning and they do regular cleaning, deep cleans, and I do sales for Felix. I'm director of the sales department, so I know. And we were doing the calls. We were cold calling customers during the beginning of the tariffs of the Trump tariffs. And there were obviously some people saying like, oh, we have to check the budget, with the tariffs and everything. And there were some customers that we lost because of that, with good reason, right? They need to look out, they need to eliminate expenses.
Or they've waited. They just.
But why were we still successful? We were still successful even with the tariffs. Why? Is it because we started calling more? We just ramped up the calls. More contacts equals more sales.
It's a very good question. I still feel like I
don't get it. When I was like telling you, and you were worried, and I was telling like, Fel, don't worry, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through everything, and you were buzzing, bro. Obviously, there was still like doubt in my mind, like, bro, we're in for a rough ride over here.
I still need to analyze. Like the year is still not like it's the year is still not finished. I'm still analyzing, but I feel like the system, like the sales system, the way we're working, the tools, and it's like, if you're asking me, you could ask me that same question about how did we end up having so many clients that were satisfied, and it's not it's not a boasting or like we actually had a lot of like a very good percentage of clients this year. Not all clients.
Had a bigger year. Okay, but can we say that we had a bigger year?
We had a bigger year. We had a
bigger year than last year. We had a bigger year than last year and the year before, right?
Yes.
We had some of our clients that didn't retake the service this year, and we had some clients that didn't take it because of the
why did we get a bigger year? The goal was there.
We put goals. We said, okay, this year we want 200K in washing, in window washing. We want 200K in cleaning. We want 200K in this. And I guess that's the magic.
We manifested.
I guess that's the magic. It's just manifesting. It's just like, bro, I want this.
You actually, and when you have a goal set up, you're actually asking yourself the questions: what do I need to do and get to actually get to that goal? And you actually play yourself the floor is lava game, because you can't be wasting time anymore. You can't just be like wasting time on 200 and 300s. You need to start thinking about 2000s and 3000s and 20s and 30. Like if you hit a $20,000 contract and you lend it, you're like, you actually made quantum leaps.
Yep.
So you start thinking in these terms when you make up big goals.
And you think you start thinking it's possible after it's like that possibility unlocks. Like it's possible for me to do this. It's possible.
It's starting
for me
to
get
show
this.
up.
Yeah.
It's not something like, because people always talk in terms of like what's realistic all the time. It's not realistic. You will hear that in the room. If you don't have a goal on the board, you will hear that and it's not realistic all the time. You can't.
And in some way, I feel like it's tied in with this, like with this instant gratification. People want instant gratification like right now. So I feel like that's what leads to people giving up so quickly. It's because they see that it doesn't work now.
Not only that, but bro, if I put 200K on the board and I show you that what you've made last month, and you see that like the goal is shortened up, like you get closer every month. You're like, wow. But if you don't have the goal on the board, you don't know where you're at.
You don't know where you're going. You don't know where you're going.
You need to know where you're at, so you have that instant gratification every single day. When you're like, you have these 1000s, 2000s, they shorten up the goal.
Yeah, because think about it. You would close one deal and you would just be happy. You're like, oh, I closed the deal for 5K. Nice, I'm chill. But then if you put it next to your goal, you're like, no, I'm still far away. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep hustling.
You gotta keep pushing.
Goals are so important, man. Goals are.
I think they make you do quantum leaps. They make you do massive jump steps, and that's what we needed. This at the beginning of the season, I was like, hey, the whole winter was so slow. If we want to survive, we need to make up for that for the whole summer. So that's how we made up. Like, and now we see the goal that we did, and we're like, hey, that was actually doable. Like I sweated, but I could actually take up a little more. I could actually set up my office this way and that way and make $400,000 next year.
And the thing is, it's not only possible; it's likely to happen. Because it's like we re-signed our clients, plus we added new clients, and now every year that goes on, it's just going to get easier and easier and easier and easier.
You need to deliver on quality, though. You know, these goals, they don't make up like by themselves. You need to show up on quality. These clients, they need to be happy to be able to have retention. It's not just like, but as you say, yes, it's true. But I feel like we wouldn't be so happy about these goals if some clients will. We all know some sales guy, selling, and then the clients are coming back. Hey, this is not as expected. Expectations are very important in that game. So I feel like we showed up on sales as much as we showed up on expectations, clients' expectations. That's
and I already feel like I was telling you before on the phone when we were talking that now we're entering the end of summer, which less people are washing their windows, right? And I already feel a big leap from compared to last year of people and their receptiveness. They're like, yeah, I want to do my windows. Yeah, and now talking about spider treatment, this, that, and people are like, yeah. Whereas last year, I don't know why, I feel like the recession was last year. Last year we were having a hard time.
It's true.
Or was it me? Last year was a hard time. This year, not so much.
Bro,
with regard to closing and acquiring new customers, I don't know. Amidst the Trump tariffs, I would have thought that this year was going to be really tough. But
the only way to really know is to show up every year from now on, and test all these next years to see if it's really like.
There's always going to be something. There's going to be something happening tomorrow. There's going to be another crisis next week. There's going to be another crisis the year after. There's always going to be a crisis.
So you need to show up. So last year we showed up. Me and you, George, we showed up every day. I
looked at it like a challenge. I'm like, I'm down for this. I'm down for this challenge. I'm down. I had less to lose than you, though. So I can understand it. You were a lot more emotional for sure. You have a lot more to lose.
Did we show, bro, about this podcast thing? Because we're I don't want to say we're running out of time, because it's not so much time that we've been together, but it's 30 minutes, and I know that you have something after, and I want to talk about this thing, about this podcast thing. Last year, we were showing up every weekday, and this there was no real goal associated with that. We were just trying out something. At some point, we stopped. But did we lose something at the end? We didn't lose anything.
Look, we hit the ground running now. We just restarted, hit the ground running.
We constructed new skills with that. So basically, like this year, like last year was about showing up every day and trying something new. This year will be about, I feel, and I want to, like, this will be something new that we put in this podcast, live stream, whatever you can call it. We want to grow this thing. We want to grow our audience. We want to learn new ways to really put this thing like to work for us, because it's haven't been like really working for us. It's just like something we do for ourselves. So let's just talk about that, man. So for this season, I want to talk about that. How could we grow a podcast? How could you grow your business or your podcast or your project or whatever? Let's grow it together. Let's talk about that, people. Hit the comments. We're gonna be basically doing a live stream every week on Fridays. I guess Friday is a good day. We could do live stream on Friday. And for now, I feel like we don't really have. Let's be honest, bro. We don't really have like a structure in mind.
Like, think about this. What when people join? What makes them want to stay and continue listening to us? What makes them want to stay? Because if we don't have that element that people want to stay, then
I would say interesting conversations between us and them, and what could we bring them? What could we bring like to the table for people, like to help them grow their business and grow their project. Do
you remember last year when we had my friend there who came on and talk about crypto? I feel like we had so many people watching us. Why? Because we had somebody who's a specialist in a topic. It had somebody who's a specialist in a topic, and I feel like that's what makes people, they feel like they could learn something.
That would be a nice goal. Have specialists on the live, bro. We need to have our you're right. Like we don't want to invite people so much on this live stream. It was only for us. I feel like it should be to have an audience and to have people on this live stream to stay. You need to have something for them, not like a gift, but like something to watch on and some stake. So let's have people. Let's have some specialists. And we could learn from it. We could basically learn from it. Let's grow with you guys. And suggest. I maybe we should ask for suggestion. Maybe some of our audience could like ask, hey man, maybe you could have like one of my friend in or whatever. I want some suggestion. Do you have a suggestion, Jordan? You want to invite your friend again? We could do that.
Yeah, of course I do. I even said it before. I want to bring people on. Everybody learns, even us. We don't know everything, bro. We could learn stuff too. That's why I like to have a specialist, people who focus on a particular topic. Damien Gouy, tu vas parler du crypto.
You know what? We're starting, and like, who's a specialist at starting? Helping people start. What's like? There's no shame in starting, guys.
There's shame in not starting.
There's shame in not starting and not doing anything. So even if you guys are laughing at me for doing this thing and trying, I'm laughing at you for not trying and not doing anything. I'm just happy to be on and be with my boy and just have a nice conversation. But you're right. This year we need to like have some people on the podcast. So basically we're going to be on the live stream on Fridays, and we'll be posting something on the weekends, like a nice podcast every weekend. Nice studio recorded podcast. We'll try something new. On va essayer de faire quelque chose.
C'est clair.
On va essayer de faire quelque chose, guys. All right, bro. Like,
but go spend some time on YouTube. Go see what drives you to watch a clip. What drives you to watch a clip? Like I like sports. Right now, I'm craving hockey. I'm craving hockey. We're in September. The season is starting in like a month, right? Les Canadiens de Montréal. I
Actually,
am craving to
Crazy,
watch.
bro.
I'm trying to get my fix by watching hockey podcasts, and that's what gets me to watch it. It's like I love hearing about the trade rumors and like who are the Canadians going to acquire soon, and who's like training right now, who's getting better, and So what
I
did
was
we do
watching
like that?
interviews. I was watching like that for the whole season that we were not there. I was watching interviews.
On
Uh,
what? What kind of interviews?
Criminal. I have that criminal thing that I was watching, criminal podcast. This guy was
Yeah.
inviting like old timers, old criminals, the OGs.
That's cool. Oh, is that Michael Francesi?
No. It was in French. It was a French guy. It's
Okay.
very popular. It's Le Parloir. You go see. You go
Okay.
check that. Le Parloir is very popular, bro. Very.
It's a French show.
It's a French show. Very
Okay, cool.
popular.
I'm
Le
gonna check it
Parloir.
out.
Yeah, I got hooked on it, and my wife too. So we were watching that every night.
It was entertaining. It was like your escape
Yeah, pretty.
type of
Pretty
thing. So is that what we want to be? Do we want to be an escape for people?
But at the end of the day, you want to.
We're still finding our footing. We're still finding our way. I find like
Last
it's
year was
like-
like
it's
a course.
it's-
I made it sound like a fucking course last year. Well, let's be honest.
no, but but we tried different things. At first, I was just watching you read a book.
Yeah, it was called the reading room. Have you checked on, bro? I was on StreamYard. I saw the reading room. I was like, oh my god, this is something to go to sleep, bro.
You're supposed to cringe at the beginning stages when you look back, And we're still gonna cringe at this right now. What we're doing, we're still gonna cringe. We're always gonna. Cringe.
I will be cringed out from what we're doing right now. But it's good.
Yeah.
Cringe is good. Cringe is good. You evolve from cringe. And
You evolve from cringe. You evolve from
you-
cringe.
you-
Yeah.
I see
True.
last year as a big improvement, and I know exactly what to do to not sound and not look
Yeah.
like I used to.
Man,
last
I
year.
thought what was gonna work is by getting little sound bites. Oh, we try. Oh, let's get that Z. What you said there hit the home run. Like clip so run posting. Bro, nobody was watching it. Let's be real.
Bro,
And then
it's
like
fine.
you're just like, oh, is it the quality? The quality's no good. Is this? Is that?
4K camera. We need 4K.
No, you don't need 4K. 1080p is fine. You need 1080p. 1080p is fine. 720 no good. People are gonna turn it off.
Yeah. Good size. Good size. Good size camera.
Like I don't know. Just like we're still trying to find our footing. We're still trying to.
Hey, we credit to us. We started without footing. We didn't lose time. I wanted to start something at the beginning of September because last year it was about the same time, and in that, to be truly honest, I just finished my season. I have that time that allows me to be here. I just can't stop working. It's just weird to me to be like at home only doing office stuff.
Yeah.
I need to be on the to me it's like being on the field.
You find you get not depressed, but you find when you're doing nothing, you're not happy. On dirait que, I don't know.
I
find
I
I'm
love
my happiest
pressure.
when
I'm good under pressure.
Yeah.
This brings me a little pressure. Like
you get a sense of
we're on-
pride. You
we're
get a
on
sense of
next-
pride. Like when you go home at the end of the day, you get a sense of pride. You're like, oh, I worked hard, and you feel happy, you feel good. Then you're with your family. Like life is amazing.
I
You know,
showed
but
up for me, but
take-
I also showed up for the business. I was talking about Uninet. By the way, we forgot our banners and all that. So we need to.
It's okay, but we just jumped in. Look, I'm holding the mic right now. Can you hear me okay, by the way? Or
Perfect.
does it sound
You?
fluffy? Yeah.
You?
Oh, I hear you good. I hear you good. Just
Oh,
I
yeah,
tried
I'm-
to install the arm, but it's I don't know. It was like
Doesn't
in the
matter,
way.
bro. Just we showed
But,
up last year. We're showing up this year, and this year is about growing this thing up. I hope that this will bring you guys some value. I want to hear the comments. What do you guys? Who do you want us to invite? Like, if you have a friend who's good in his practice, not a specialist, not necessarily the best in his practice, but he's good and he wants to jump on the platform. I want to have more people on this platform. Use us. Use the platform. Ask us questions. We're gonna respond. We're gonna ask you questions. You're gonna respond. I want that stuff to happen, and I want some good interactions this year. This is about growing more of an audience, a real audience with our people watching. So the plan is next week podcast. We have the whole week, you and me, George, to record something.
Who wants to learn
maybe-
how to make AI videos? Like right now, there's trending AI videos on Insta. Do you get that in your algorithm, or is it just me because I like them?
I
Do you get like an algorithm of like AI videos?
didn't have the chance to scroll that much, to be really honest with you. I didn't
Okay,
see
good.
it.
That's better.
I didn't see it coming. But I'm like right now, I feel like I'm really off because I was on my, driving my truck the whole summer. I need to like.
Le sprint. Ah.
Ouais, dans le sprinter, tout le sommaire. Fait que ouais, man. Ouais, man. On est back.
All right.
Back to school.
Yeah.
Back to school, bro.
All right, guys. I'm out.
Yes, sir.
Love you guys.
On se voit
Ciao,
la semaine prochaine. Ciao,
Good to
big.
be back. Ciao,
Yes,
ciao.
sir.